guys, welcome back to another episode of Finding Strength. I'm here with strong woman competitor, weightlifter, and powerlifter Ashley Svenby. How you doing today? Feeling rough like I am. I trained with Nick Best last night after training here at Average Bros that morning, so I feel like I got hit by a bus.
That's fair.
You train twice a day every day, so.
Yes.
So, what's on the horizon for you? I know you just got done with the Arnold earlier this year, and you went to attempt a record deadlift. How'd that go? And
Well, it went poorly. I ended up just, an inch or two before lockout. It's my shoulders. So I've been working on fixing my positions and trying to get my back a little straighter. It's been a couple months, and I think that maybe not the complete flat back approach is going to work for me, but maybe a little slightly less rounded back. So doing a lot of stuff to fix my deadlift. Probably keep powerlifting at least for the next year. And then I might sort of float over to weightlifting, yeah.
so, you like the weightlifting more than powerlifting, or?
I like them both. I've been focusing on powerlifting for so long, and I haven't really given weightlifting like a chance in terms of like maybe my main focus. And I'd like to see where that can go if I'm not like doing all this stuff beforehand.
So do you have a meet set up for weightlifting yet, or?
Not yet. I'm still on the fence about doing USAPL Nationals for powerlifting. Probably will, but I'm not sure. And then after that, maybe I'll start going.
So you really want to get that deadlift record?
I do. It's killing me.
And what is that at what weight class?
It's 57 kilo weight class. It was 418 pounds, and I believe it was broken that day twice by two other people, and I'm not sure what it is now. But I want to pull at least 200 kilos, so I don't care.
So do you still do strongman stuff at all, or?
I do, sporadically.
Mm-hmm.
I have to kind of, smush it in when it isn't going to ruin my life the next day. It's really hard to do that.
Yeah.
But I'd like to do another meet for sure, even if it's just for fun, because I miss those movements a lot. They just kill you.
So how long have you been training at Average Bros?
A year or two ago, I remember I started coming here maybe once a month or once every 2 months when I could afford it, just so he could help me, because my positions were garbage.
Yeah.
But fortunately, he saw some potential, so he was willing to help me. So whenever I could, I'd come out here, and then I finally moved out here, and I was here pretty consistently for a while, and then I was working at another gym, so it was when I could, and then I'm here more. It's back to work pretty much.
How'd you get into training in general?
I was super, super fat for the longest time in my childhood, and it was the awkward, I want to say it was tweens.
Yeah.
And it was really gross, and I hated it, and I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know what healthy eating was. I didn't know what exercise was. Pretty much, I'd do something and then be like, "Why didn't anything happen?"
Yeah.
Eventually, I'd just get discouraged, and then I'd stop. And it was like that back and forth for a really long time. And then I think somewhere near the middle to end of high school, my dad was like, "No, that's enough," and I think the first day he brought me to this track. It was the middle of the summer, and it was 1,000,000 degrees, and I was a fat piece of shit. And he was like, "We're gonna run 4 miles," and I was like, "Ah," and he was like, "No, I'm serious." And then he put me on this track, and I remember just trying to move, and every time I'd slow down, he'd kick me. And, after that, we were sitting on this bench at some park or something, and it was silent. We were just eating popsicles, a whole box of popsicles. We went through the whole box, and then after that, it was a couple times a week, and every single weekend I go train with him, but it was mostly just like a lot of cardio.
Yeah.
And then eventually I got so skinny that it was, I don't know, I wasn't on like the gross realm of skinny, but I turned into a toothpick, but I still thought I was fat.
Yeah.
So I had like huge body issues, and then I was just looking for something to do because I ran so much that I got really into running. So I'd run from like anybody on the East Coast, I'd run from Watertown to like Southie or something and be like, and nothing would happen. I like plateaued really hard. And then one day, one of my friends, it was like near the end of 2013, he like convinced me to go to a YMCA and try lifting, and I had I knew nothing about lifting. I thought it was going to get huge. I didn't think it was going to make me lose any weight, but I was willing to give it a try because at this point I was just like desperate for any kind of change. And it was, I think it was just squat, bench, deadlift, some like pull-ups and dips, like very basic 5-3-1-esque programming, and I ended up obsessed with it. And then like a couple months later I found like a gym. And maybe like a year into that, I started trying to actually weightlift, Olympic weightlift. And I couldn't figure it out for the life of me. And nobody around on that side of the country really could teach well. So it was kind of like you watching videos trying to like, and that wasn't great. So I took a break from that for a while because I was like ruining my left knee from a mix of just bad form in general, both powerlifting movements like the squat and the Olympic lifting. Like I let my leg go.
Yeah.
And then I ended up rehabbing it for like 4 months because I ruined it. And then after that, I started trying to get into strongman. So it was like one thing after the other. I was like, I want to try this now.
Strongman is not a good break if you have
for injuries. Yeah. Did it anyway.
So what's your ultimate goal with weightlifting and just kind of training in general?
I just want to see how strong I can get.
Yeah.
And I like the variation in training. I know most people, they just pick one thing and float with one thing. I just can't do that, or not yet, at least, because I still like them all.
Tokyo 2020?
Hopefully.
Yeah. I like it.
We'll see.
If somebody kind of wanted to get into training, what would your advice to them be?
Find a good coach, first of all. Don't worry about the weight at first. Just learn how to do everything properly, because in the long run, it's going to get you farther. Because you can kind of bowl through for a while, but after that, you'll either hit a wall or you get injured, or both. So I guess it's more important to do that than find a place where people will actually support you. So positive environment, good coach.
I've noticed you've been doing some rants for your sponsors.
Yes.
Kind of tell me about that a little bit. How that started and where you going with that?
I don't even know. One day I was like, I was talking to Andy from Norse, and we were talking about trying to do a vlog, and I really didn't know what else to do except be myself.
It's good. Authentic is
Hopefully
good.
a couple people liked it, and I did another one. We'll just see where that goes.
Are they like angry rants or?
I don't know. They're kind of
They're
just whatever I'm
just whatever's on
thinking
your mind.
about. Yeah.
Where can people find that if they want to?
That's on the Norse Fitness YouTube channel, and it will probably stay there.
Awesome. You're not gonna do your own YouTube
I
channel?
know.
No.
It's the same.
Well, thank you for the interview. Appreciate it. And do you have any shout outs you want to give? Well,
Yeah. When I'm here, Average Bros. If you're ever in Vegas, come through. It's pretty fun. And yeah, that's about it.
you can follow her at Smashley Svenby on Instagram. She just hit 30,000 today.
Boom.
She's got a hedgehog, which is very entertaining.
His name is Steven.
Thanks again for watching. Make sure you visit my sponsors, Elite FTS, Hate Brand Goods, and Train Strongman, and hopefully Starbucks. And then if you want to contact me, all that information will be below, and I'll see you out on the road. Thanks.